Good morning. There we go. I like that. Good morning. My name is Rogers Pope Jr. I'm Vice Chairman and CEO of Texas Bank and Trust. It is my privilege today, a sincere privilege, to welcome all of you to beautiful Frisco and to this beautiful new banking facility which we are dedicating today. I think everyone knows that what's going on in Frisco today is we're all trying to keep up with the Joneses, quite literally. Jerry and Stephen, to be exact. And I don't know if we've quite done that, but we've made a good effort toward it. And I really do think we have a building that turned out beautifully. Some of you may not know, we've actually at Texas Bank and Trust had a presence in the Frisco market for 3 years now. We opened a facility in April of 2014, just a small lease space down in the Hall Office Park. We did that really just to test the waters of this market, and I'm happy to tell you that the waters feel just fine. So we are really happy to be here today. Frisco, this bank facility marks our 21st branch bank facility within our network. Our oldest banking facility dates all the way back to 1912 when my great-grandfather and some of his colleagues started a bank in the sleepy little East Texas town of Overton. How many people know where Overton is? Or maybe have driven through. You got to be going to Overton. It's not a place you just pass through necessarily, although back then maybe it was. But in 1912, Overton was a little railroad town. It turned out to be in the middle of the East Texas oil patch, really before that got going. But the population of Overton was about 600. Move in 1912 about 140 miles to the west, and you run into Frisco, what was Frisco City at one point in time. And believe it or not, the population of Frisco at that time was also about 600. Overton might have actually been a little more advanced than Frisco, as Frisco did not, now this is serious, now a little bit of useless trivia, Frisco did not get electricity service until 1913. So over the next 105 years, Overton had some growth. Their population now stands at about 2,500, and Frisco's is slightly larger. I don't know if y'all noticed. But the reason I bring that up is to tell you that if you're a Texas Bank and Trust customer, it doesn't matter whether you're in Overton, Texas, or in Frisco, Texas, or any point in between, you're going to be treated the same way. Our banking philosophy is the same throughout, and we aspire to treat you and provide you with legendary customer service. Former FDIC Chairman Don Powell has a quote that I love, and he once said, "Community banks provide the essential fuel for the economic engine of the United States." And I love that quote for a couple of reasons. First of all, because it's true. If you drive around, look at any city and town, most of the structures you see in place, buildings, factories, residences, they all owe themselves in part to at least the community banks that were in that community, providing financing for them or services for their customers. So community banks really did help build America. The other part of the quote that I like is the fact that he specified community banks. And at Texas Bank and Trust, that's very important for us. We're not just a bank, we're a community bank. And that first word in the phrase is every bit as important as the second word. And what I mean by that is we don't just do transactions with our customers. We aspire to build mutually beneficial banking relationships, partnerships with our customers, where we aim to help them achieve their financial goals and objectives. We like to invest in the communities in which we have a presence. We're not just putting up a building here. I know the Frisco Chamber people are happy to hear this, but we're investing back in this community with our time, talents, and resources. And of course, we do all of that for the betterment of the local economies and for the cities and towns where we all together get to live, work, and worship. Barry Brown is our Frisco president. He's going to introduce some of his staff and a few of the dignitaries that are here a little bit later. But I told him I wanted the privilege of introducing a few folks without whom this day in this facility would not have been possible. So if you'll allow me just a few minutes, I want to introduce our architects. We've got several representatives here. It's Polk Stanley Wilcox out of Little Rock. I see Wesley, because Wesley's standing above the crowd, and he's the first one I'll introduce. Wesley Walls back there, who is principal in charge, which is a great title. I like my title. I really like principal in charge. I'm going to lobby for that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Amanda Sturgill is here, project architect. Amanda's back there as well. And then the interior designer with Polk Stanley Wilcox is Laura Hendricks, and Laura is here as well. Let's give them a round of applause.